welcome back to my channel iQOO. In this video, I'll try to do the 120 FPS gameplay support test in the iQOO 7 device. Is the iQOO 7, as you can see friends clearly, and iQOO 7 has got the 120Hz refresh rate as well, and even though 120Hz we do have, only few games will be able to support this kind of 120Hz refresh rate. Let's see whether this phone will be able to support the 120Hz refresh rate or not. The main reason is because just yesterday only I did upload the video on the Realme X1 Max, and few of the users they commented asking me to, can you please try a similar kind of gameplay test on the iQOO 7, showing us whether the phone will be able to support or not. That's what my main point of making this video. So first you need to know what kind of settings I'm trying to use in the display. Let's go to the display option, and in the display screen refresh rate I did select to the 120Hz. If you try to select to the smart switch, sometimes it doesn't work, so try to select the 120Hz directly. That's better option. So right now I did gather a couple of games which I'll be trying to demonstrate you right now. So what are these are the games which are supported, and this game doesn't support any kind of 120Hz. You will be able to see the difference. Only for that purpose I did download. So is the first game in the list, and as soon as I start the game, you will be able to see on the left side you can see the 120Hz it's supporting exactly, as you can see it's clearly. It's absolutely working with the 120Hz, and it feels really smooth as well. Playing in this kind of high resolution and high refresh rate games, it feels really good to play. It is kind of smooth processor as well. Snapdragon 870. It is easily capable of handling this kind of high refresh rate games without any kind of issues. Finally, we were able to play exactly around 120Hz without any kind of problem. The only main issue is that in this UI there is no default, FPS. That's another thing that is a problem. So you cannot get to know exactly what is FPS we are getting. So you only get to know the refresh rate, what refresh rate we are trying to use. It's using 120Hz refresh rate. No problem. If you think this is always showing 120Hz, that's not the case. I'll try to show you a couple of games. Is a Candy Crush. Exactly as soon as I open the Candy Crush, it decreases to 60. You can clearly see it. So not all the games supports this kind of 120Hz. Only few games will be supported. This is another game which doesn't support the 60Hz. As you can see clearly, friends, it doesn't support. So let me try to move to the next game. So is another game which supports the Buggy Racing. This supports 120Hz without any kind of issues. You can clearly see here. So overall 120Hz refresh rate is successfully supported in this phone without any kind of problem. You should not be worried at all. So that's fantastic. So you will be able to play at 120Hz. So it feels really smooth, friends. So try playing this kind of games. So I'll try to do the separate review as well, don't worry. So top 5 120Hz refresh rate games of the week, something like that I'll definitely plan soon. So where you'll be able to enjoy this kind of high refresh rate games as soon as possible. So don't worry about that. And next move, the third game, which is the Alkaline Racing. This also supports the 120Hz, and you can see clearly 120Hz is supported refresh rate. Hopefully in the next update they should add some kind of FPS meter real time, so that will be really great to see FPS integration. But overall we will be able to play at 120Hz without any kind of problem. This is the third game which actually works perfectly fine. And it's another fourth game, so which is a Street Fighter, so which also supports 120Hz. That's another good thing to know. As you can see, it's 120Hz refresh rate, it's showing successfully. So it works perfectly fine. And final game, let me try to open this game. And it's a final game which will be able to support the 120Hz refresh rate as well, and without any kind of issues, as you can see, which is fantastic and which is very smooth while playing these kind of games. As you can see, it's very funny as well. and it's very addictive game. So this friends is a quick review on the 120 FPS gameplay support test in the iQOO 7 device, and these are the few games which are actually supported with the 120Hz, and iQOO 7 is easily capable of handling, and even the iQOO UI as there's no issues in terms of not allowing game to play at high refreshes, nothing like that. The iQOO, I mean the FunTouch UI, it doesn't have any kind of issues with the high refresh rate games. So most of the games they should be supported with the high refresh rate games as well. So thank you for watching this video friends, and see you in the next video until straight for more updates. In case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.